Go.
ZED101 episode 33. Hello, Malama.
Sup?
How are you doing?
I'm good.
I don't want to do welcome back again if it has become boring today. But we're back at
You've
the Radisson
already
Blue.
welcomed me twice today.
Aye.
In fact, 4 times.
But we're back at the Radisson.
We are at the Radisson.
Mchongolo.
Yes.
Yes.
We're doing a nighttime shoot.
I must say, you're looking ashani, ravishing,
Radiant.
radiant. You're recurring.
Thank you, babe.
You want to say the right things. Why don't figure out, you know? Forget about the goddamn rib you got. But yeah. But once again, we're with the lovely Mutale Makungu.
Hi, Mutale.
Hi again.
How are you?
Good.
Yeah, how's work today?
Work, it's on and off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't sat at my desk like the whole day.
We haven't
Kind
let
of.
you.
Yes.
What are you doing today if you didn't sit at your desk?
I was here sitting in the sun, then got up, tried to do a few bits and pieces, then I came back.
You know, in all honesty, Mutale should have given us that shade thingy, that umbrella thingy.
No, we didn't want it. Let's not blame her.
We need to blame somebody.
Okay. Next time.
I'm not blaming us. We have to blame her.
Okay.
No, you guys were just like, oh no, we need the sun. We need the natural light. So I'm thinking, you guys just want to sit in the sun.
It would have been nice, but we got there. We got there.
Getting back to why you're sitting next to us.
Where are we sitting right now? What's this area?
This area is the pool bar. Yeah, so there's a beautiful view in front of us of our nice Radisson pool. And then behind us, this is like the loungy area where you can sit and have like a light snack, cocktails, and just relax.
Okay, cool. Nice. What we wanted to know about the hotel is that as much as it's an international hotel, what I know from way back is that hotels are rated.
Yes.
Is that still applicable? And if it is, then what rating is the Radisson Blue?
Okay, so the Zambia Tourism Agency, they still do the rating, like they still do the grading of the hotels, and they have like, you know, from 1 star all the way up to 5 star.
Yeah.
So every year they conduct the grading system. So we usually enlist to be graded as a 4-star hotel, which we are graded as, and we've gotten the Zambia Tourism Agency plaque, which is a 4-star rating.
Yeah.
But according to international standards, they don't rate based on stars anymore. So they rate based on upper class, and middle class hotels. Yeah. So the ZTA ratings and the international ratings are kind of like different.
Oh.
Yes. So we are upper class.
Pamolo. Mayad.
Apa Mwamba Kaidi.
Oh, Upper Mwamba.
Upper Mwamba, yes. Mayad, yes.
Because we are near
Yes.
Unza, Mkarundu.
Yeah, because there's, you know, so many other factors that are now fall in place, because now everyone's looking at sustainability. So, you know, so all those factors come into play, as opposed to just rating based on, you know, how high is your bed, are you using the correct bed standards and things like that. Yes.
Mutale, a question for you. When load shedding started, how did it affect you guys?
Well, we didn't really feel the effect because we had already invested in like a backup generator. But obviously cost-wise, yes, because, you know, we have to look at, you know, powering the generator. Which means we're using more.
Your
like
generator does the whole...
Yes.
Wow, that's
Everything.
a serious generator.
Yes, it has to do everything. Because, I mean, if you're here, you've paid for all the services. You've paid to have
100%.
power, to have hot water, to have everything, a hot meal. So, I mean,
Water. Bottled water.
bottled water.
That's like a Radisson Blue mosquito. Kamutengo gadi.
No.
Expensive mosquito. Get bitten by one of those things. They're like, oh my God, my malaria is special.
It's from Radisson Blue.
Kale manaka ara.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So no, but she's right with the question. You always were prepared for that.
Yes.
But your expenditure now, because you go on extended hours of no power,
Yes.
it must affect your bottom line.
Yes, it does affect the bottom line because it's something that was actually not planned for. But now, you know, now that load shedding is the order of the day, so yeah, we budget for that as well.
So you have a diesel budget?
Yes, we have a budget that we call LPG.
Okay.
So yeah,
You use LPG?
we have to get a certificate license to actually like hold, because we hold like a huge amount of gas.
Yes.
Yeah. Because we also have like just like the natural gas and stuff for cooking and yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So let's go back to the issue of sustainability. What processes are you employing in that?
Okay, so as a hotel group, Radisson
Yes.
Hotel Group, so we have 3 pillars because we call our sustainability responsible business. So we've got 3 pillars, and these pillars focus. There's what we call think people, think planet, and think community. So each year we focus on one particular pillar. Based on what the rest of the group is doing. So say if we focus on think community, so we try to give back to the community, that we actually operate in. So we have an understanding, a global understanding with SOS Children's Village, because you're going to find it everywhere across the globe.
Yes.
So what we do is we work with SOS Children's Village. So we adopt one child who we take to school, all the way from like preschool all the way to 12th university, actually, yeah.
Amazing.
And then we also have a program that we call the Youth Career Initiative. So with this program, the way it works is we get youths who just graduated, who are still under SOS Children's Village, and then we bring them here and we teach them like on-the-job skills training for like 6 months, so that they can just get skills like on the job. And when we have an opening, these are the first people who we actually consider at employing. So that's one of our pillars.
Do they get to know that you're sponsoring them, the children?
The one particular, yes,
Yeah.
they get to know that we're actually sponsoring that one particular child.
Okay.
And then we also have the pillar think people. So this mostly focuses on like the guests and the staff. So how conducive and how safe is the environment that they are working and operating in. So this is where we get certifications like Safe Hotels. So we have an auditor come in under the Safe Hotels, International Safe Hotels, and they come and certify how safe we are, like, based on like, conditions. Are people wearing like, safety shoes for those people who have to work in the kitchen, who have to work in engineering department? Do we have enough first aid boxes? They just certify us based on like the safetiness of the hotel, and this is done every year. So we did get like our certification. They check, like our fire extinguishers, are they all working? Things like that. And then the last pillar is think planet. So what are we doing for Mother Nature? How sustainable are we? So we try to reduce our carbon footprint by reducing, the single-use plastics, and you're using like a takeaway cup that's recyclable. It's paper, so it doesn't really like affect the environment. So we try by all means to actually do projects like that. So even when it comes to our things like our laundry bags, we don't use plastic laundry bags. So what we do is we get old linen and we upcycle it. So we make laundry bags out of that, which is really cool. And we also make suit covers, which we actually use. So instead of buying plastic and using more plastic, so we do projects like that. Then we also have our own herb garden. So we don't go out and buy, herbs and stuff like that. So we use natural fertilizer, which is good for the soil. And we also put in like energy saving lights and sensor taps, so that the tap doesn't continuously run. So we focus on all those projects.
Okay.
Yes.
In terms of staff training and stuff, does training tend to happen at the hotel, or do you get an opportunity maybe to go work at another hotel? I know that they're not necessarily connected as hotels, but do you ever get an opportunity? Do people who work here get an opportunity to go work somewhere else?
Yes, they actually do. Since we've been around for 12 years, and there's always hotels opening. So, and some hotels obviously they close for like refurbishment and things like that. So we have what we call task force. So we have a lot of that. Or like if I get like for instance the Radisson Kigali Convention Center, they usually have like humongous like conferences. Yes, they host like world leaders and all. So they require like staff, extra staff. So they get to reach out to different Radisson Blues, and our staff get to go there.
That's really good. I didn't know that
Have
they
you
did
been
that.
No, I haven't been to Radisson Kigali, but Livingston. When Livingston was opening, they called on us to actually go there, task force, to train staff, and And I was there like recently. I'm actually a trainer, a certified Yes I Can trainer. So we have an in-house training that we call Yes I Can. So yeah.
Omana, go to there next.
Eh.
She's taking us to Livingston.
Yes, I'm taking you to
By
Livingston.
the Barapa Riverside.
A random question. Do you have affiliations with hospitals and stuff? So if a guest was to be ill, how do you normally respond? I know it depends on, let's say they have a heart attack.
Okay. Okay. Heart attack.
Yeah, something major.
so-
Something fatal.
Yeah, we do have a doctor on call. We are affiliated to Coptic Hospital because it's closer, and
Which one?
Coptic
Coptic.
Hospital.
I don't know it.
It's in
Okay.
North Mid.
It's in North Mid, yeah.
Okay.
So, and we have a doctor on call. So, should a guest require medical attention, so the doctor is like constantly on call. So,
Okay.
What about like that would take time for the doctor to get here? Do you have like a resident medical practitioner here, even if they are lowly ranked, on to like offer first hand? What do you call it?
First
First
aid.
responder. Yes.
First responder. No, we have first aiders. We don't have a
So
medical
you'll be
practitioner.
trained as
Yes.
first aiders.
Yes,
on
we're
the
trained as first
premises.
aiders.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So we have a huge problem with our volunteer doctors.
Yes. We have one.
So we had an episode which hasn't been released yet, and we've got a young man called Moses who
Okay.
was a trainee doctor and interning, but obviously because they have to volunteer.
Yes.
So a lot of these doctors are volunteering at the moment, so there's no money in it. So we were discussing like what other things could they do. So what are your job prospects like? How would someone be able to look for a job at the Radisson, whether it's this one or Livingston? How do you do your job openings?
Okay, so all our job openings are posted on our careers portal. It's called Radisson Careers.
Okay.
So whenever there's a job opening, it goes out there, and it's also, you know, like staff also post it, like HR sends that link to us. We post it out there, and if at all need be, we also end up posting it like in the paper or on like online platforms, online job platforms. That's where all the, you know, job links
Jobs are.
So when you apply, you know, automatically you know how job links work, and you put in all your details and all.
Okay, because one of the problems that people have is they don't know where to get jobs from.
Okay.
And randomly attached to that, did I see is Radisson Blue opening in Kazungula?
Kazungula is it Zimbabwe?
Southern
the bridge.
province, the
No.
bridge.
Okay,
Korea.
I thought I saw something. But do you know if there's any other ones about to open over the next 3 years or so? Is there anything opening?
Parking, I know, because Parking is also like a brand by Radisson Blue, so it's Parking by Radisson.
Okay.
It was supposed to open Long Acres Mall, somewhere closer to Long Acres Mall. There's like a building, I think there, yeah. So, but we don't know when exactly they're going to open,
Okay.
because the Parking is also run by, I think it falls under NAPSA, or yeah.
Okay. that's
I was so confused. I thought the Rotspark Heights is actually Radisson Blue.
No.
It looks amazing and it's huge.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it.
we'll drive past.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, anything else you want to tell our viewers, listeners, special offers?
Yes, so we have a weekend and holiday promotional rate that goes for 3,600 for a standard room, double and single occupancy, and it includes bed and breakfast. So it runs through the year. So whatever holiday it is, whatever weekend it is, you can come to Radisson Blue, seats, relax, nice, look at the environment and look at the beautiful people here.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm happy there's someone. Yeah. But I'm a right to.
I'm gonna eat myself.
Take it home.
Oh yeah, twala bya.
Twazange lomba mugati.
Wema nomba yala sala nokwa kuya.
These are my heady lombas. But no, Mwandi Mutale, thanks a lot for appearing on the second one as well. I'm
Yeah,
sure we'll
good
have
to be
lots
back.
to talk about.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, we do.
And we will have you on again or a few other people as well. So,
Yes.
yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Go safe.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Do peace again.
Oh, peace, 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 peace. Am I supposed to stick out my tongue as well?
Yeah. Kabieni.
Before you go.
Yes,
All right. So, Lelo, I want to start very simple. Karishanika drink.
Kylie, we're at the end of the evening, so I'm cheering. I'm good.
Yep, Sanasha Nina Black Label.
Black label is much sweeter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just checking where my mic is.
You need a
The coffee machine is rather loud. So I just want to make sure. I'm exposing the mic.
She's doing like a Moulin Rouge thing. I'm gonna read something.
Yes.
On
What are we
ZED101
talking about?
today?
Mm.
Yeah, your favorite ministry.
Lungs.
Ministry of Lands.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can hear the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources.
Okay.
Then they split it.
Yes.
became environment.
Natural
China.
resources would be
Rivers,
okay.
everything else.
Fisheries.
No,
What
that
is
was agriculture.
agriculture and fisheries?
Yes, then they split. I think.
They split that as well.
Yeah, I think.
Oh.
Well, under PF it was split.
Oh, okay.
Fisheries was alone,
Ah,
and the other stuff to cultivate on its own.
okay.
I don't know how it is now. I haven't even actually thought about it.
Okay.
But yeah, we are talking about the Ministry of Lands today.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
We're tackling a burning issue affecting everyone from home buyers to legal professionals. The alleged corruption at Zambia's Ministry of Lands and why the system seems stuck in an endless loop. What did you know, lawyers in general are very suspicious people. But even they are having a hard time at the Ministry of Lands.
This is it.
Processing paperwork is a process at the Ministry of Lands. So there's a scandal which I want to explain. All right? So the way things are happening right now at the Ministry of Lands is the ministry officials allegedly collaborate with private individuals to re-enter already owned land or plots back in the registry. So once that is done, it becomes available. When it becomes available, they know who to tell this land, this plot, and whatnot. Then these plots are then sold or allocated to preferred buyers, often foreigners or those with deep pockets, usually at inflated prices. The process for getting a title deed is excruciatingly slow. When Zambians call the ministry's helplines, for instance, nothing gets resolved. Commissioners have come and gone, but inefficiency and corruption persists. Causes of corruption in the Ministry of Lands Zambia administration. So, issue ya the helpline going unanswered. You know what happened, huh?
Yes.
So you can imagine the entire.
So explain what happened.
The entire boss, number one person at cabinet, secretary to the cabinet, Mr. Patrick Kangwa, decided to phone the ministry. I'm very convinced he was prompted. Boss, this does not work. So if you think we're lying, phone them. See if they'll pick up. So Mr. Patrick Ngoma Kangwa decides, let me holler at these guys. The phones went unanswered. So he decided, I'm going to go there. But I won't go there alone. I'll go with the director, commissioner general, or the boss at the Anti-Corruption Commission. So, hello, he phones, I think her name is Daphne. Sister, can we hook up on the Turaya? Okay, link up. Not hook up, eh? So they went to the Ministry of Lands and announced, of course, and boom, they walked into the chaos. Nothing seems to be working right now. So there was a video which I'm sure we'll be able to attach to this podcast. And they found that certain procedures, the basic procedures, were not even followed. The lands charter itself was not displayed. A lot of things were not working. And I have it on good authority that when you lodge in documents or you go in for some stuff, you are going to go there for the whole day to start with. Then beyond that, it's unanswered call after unanswered call. So you have to go there. So for the Ministry of Lands officials to do their work, you are now, because you are frustrated, you are compelled to want to do something. You really don't want to, but at the end of the day, you decide, you know what? Let me give him something. Because title deeds are never processed in good time. I don't know what experience you've heard of, but I'm sure you've got your 2 cents.
No, all the things that you're touching on are exactly the status quo as we know it. These are the frustrations. But yeah, I mean, again, you have different types of people. So imagine you're trying to buy land, but you're abroad, right? So you're in the diaspora, you're trying to buy land. You wouldn't even bother phoning that number to find out the state of your application,
Nope.
Or how far your process has gone. And exactly like you say, this whole thing of giving up my whole freaking day to go sit there. If you see the footage, they've got all of these booths.
Yes.
Like 5 booths, all empty.
It's like the banks.
And you're like, well, what's the point of having built this beautiful... I went past the building and I was like, oh, this is a really nice building. But then the inefficiency within it. Now, Anyway, we will get into some of the details. So you go ahead.
The personal efficiency is there. The general inefficiency is 100%. Because if you've got the booths where people need to serve people lined up, the challenge that people have is that once this guy wants to handle one case, it's going to be that case the whole day. Because if I go there and I want something processed, this guy has to move from office to office to office to office to get that thing processed. So booth number one, the guy buggers off to handle one case. Number two, buggers off.
But that's not how booths work. That's the thing.
And that's how we work.
Yes, and I think, as you were saying, the displaying of the charter, like they really have to reevaluate the way that things are being done. You know, like I told you when I went to the police station,
Yep.
and the gentleman filled in the form for me. The form has 6 questions. Why can't I fill my own form in? Why do I need a person sitting there? So while he's filling your form in, me, this one, that one, we're all sitting there because he has to fill the next form in. Why? When you arrive, give everybody the form, let them fill it in themselves.
Yep. Madam, this is what you need to fill in. Your details.
Chanda,
These are your details.
how many forms do we fill? All of us. Per online number, how many forms do you fill in? You don't know how to fill in a form? Your name, your address, your NRC number? Why?
I think you need to understand the difference between a trained police officer and your kapokola. Fair sana sana.
No, the basic information that you are asking are details I know.
Yeah, but they'll tell you this is a government form. I'm supposed to fill in myself.
And do you know?
So what you want is logic. What they want.
No.
Yeah.
What I think has happened is that you've got these old systems back in the day when people couldn't read and write.
Yep.
Someone filled in the form for you, right? Fine. Well, we can all read and write. We all have our mobile phones. Give me an online form. I can fill in the form by myself. I just need to give you the number of the form. You can bring up the form, right? It's technology. Technology. We don't need some of these processes that are currently in existence. Now, if you're going to build booths, know how to use a booth. The booth is the first line of dealing with someone's situation. What is the thing that you need? Who is it you need to contact? I tell you which office to go to. Go to this one, go to that one, go to there. Next, right? You don't hold up everything based on the booths.
Yeah, but let me roll it back. The first point of contact. We're going to use the police because you were the police a few days back. We're not going to go, we'll circle back to Lands later, a few minutes later. But the first point of contact, the information exchange, that's where it gets distorted. You went through some nonsense. 3 weeks ago, I went with my daughter to get her fingerprints lifted. Same nonsense. Oh, sir, that's what you want to go upstairs.
Yes.
There's nothing like, oh, hello, how are you? My name is Officer...
Nothing.
Achani. Let's find a nice name. Nangufeti Belinda. Let's find the name like Belinda. My name is Officer Belinda Zulu. They're all from the East. How can I help you? Basic customer service, takwaba.
Nothing.
Any government ministry.
When I arrived, he wasn't in the office, and I got there about 10 o'clock. Oh, what are you here for? I need to sort out my fingerprints for this and this and this. Oh, anyway, he's coming soon. You know Zambian time.
Yeah.
What is soon?
No, but like I'm saying, the basic, the immediate touch point, you know, marketing of forever. Ulawe na wasanga is supposed to immediately you speak to that person,
Yes.
you connect.
Yes.
Positively, that's the case. So they sent me upstairs. I went upstairs. They're like, if you're Mulelanda, Gabi and Panshi, do this. And I'm like, dude, I was downstairs.
I had exactly the same.
I'm like, okay, so I'm telling my kid, you need to follow and see how it works here. Okay? This is how it works. This is your standard MO. We go downstairs. Oh, okay, so you do this. So what I was saying to her is that what you expect is, hello, I'm Officer Belinda. How can I help you? Oh, hello, Officer Belinda. My name is Chanda. I brought my daughter to have her fingerprints taken. Oh, okay, good. What do we need to do? Okay, so the first thing is this, and that, and the fees are like this. Hell no. Go upstairs.
Yeah.
Upstairs, the second touch point now, communication person says to me, why are you here? Go downstairs.
I know.
I'm like, Jesus. That is a nonsense that happens at the Ministry of Lands. You go there, oh, it's in your name. You want to change. Like,
Do you want to change?
I'm sorry, but I just don't understand why these people can't speak to you professionally
I know.
in the first place.
I know.
Already, my leaving the office is a challenge. Because if I send somebody, they'll say, no one can do this on your behalf. You have to do this. Now, the reasons why I believe the Secretary to the Cabinet decided to go with the person in charge of anti-corruption is to see for themselves. Because you're going to have random people walking up to you and say, boss, this is what happens here. Now, the lawyers are tired of this because they've got clients in diaspora saying, dude, I paid you guys 15,000 pounds
Exactly.
5 months ago.
Yep.
Are you telling me I've got the letter of sale, I've got this document, that where the heck is my title deed? So now lawyers have to get back to these owners and say, look, you need to give me an extra amount to pay some guy
To stand in
to
the
do
line.
his job. No, to do his job. I have to pay him to do his job.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yes.
At the ministry
At the
itself.
ministry. Because if I pay someone to stand in line, the process is still the same.
Yep.
Next week.
Yep.
Next week. Your thing.
Next Wednesday.
They could have given you your damn certificates.
Next
I was told
Wednesday.
next Tuesday. So mine is
And you-
Tuesday, you Wednesday. But I need to do this.
Yeah.
When we're doing our research, we found that there is a whole list of suggested causes of corruption in Zambia's Latin administration. And here's one reason you have to understand that, good Lord, we didn't.
Did you put the timer?
Yeah. One thing you have to understand is that this is one ministry which has had so many lands administrators or commissioners in and out, fired. But they accumulate, most of them, large tracts of land for themselves. If not, then they help out their own people. And I'm not accusing anyone in particular. This is just what's in plain in the papers, on the internet. It's there. This one was under investigation. This one got fired. They recently appointed a new one. I think within the last 3 months, there's a new administrator. But the points being, one, greed and political patronage. Personal and political interests override professionalism, leading to favoritism and bribery. The lands administrator is a political appointee. Do you know what that means?
Yes.
It means, first off, I'm serving the master.
Correct. My loyalties are there first.
Even when the master is not expecting anything, or the guy is saying, please go and clean up that ministry. Any political appointee, like we discussed before, is a problem. Especially when it comes to very sensitive areas like health, lands, what do you call that other one? The police. These are things that are just going to affect how the rest of the system works. So the second one is bureaucracy and discretionary power. Complex, overregulated procedures give officials significant unchecked power, breeding abuse and backdoor deals. So when your booths are empty, someone has done, Soko, sir, come. No, but I've got a queue. Hey, come here. You can't challenge your boss. They go behind and start doing what they are told. Abuse of power is very rampant in this country. I have no idea how they do it in the UK. All I know is that they've got systems which they've decided to respect. And it all comes down to accountability. If somebody doesn't do their job, why are they still in that job? Why?
Because you like to hire civil servants, Mwebin.
So, nepotism and patronage. And no, you're going to find this very weird because all the ministries we're talking about, all the departments we're referring to in terms of our podcasting going forward, the problems are standard. We talked about patronage. It's appearing here again. Political allegiance sometimes outweighs qualifications when hiring, promoting, or allotting land. When the last government was in charge, their secretary generals like, no, we're the ones in charge. So, listen to this. When you're doing this, Mr. Councillor, you leave some plots for the party members. Do you know how that group of buffoons is going to react? It will be like a goal by Manchester United or against Man United. Yeah! says if you've got 200 plots, mwasunga kona 50. The rest you sell. 50, they have to stay within them. How does that help? Those guys get those plots and resell because they got them for free. The fourth point is pure technological systems. Now, this is where you come in. You want the forms filled in digitally. It can't work properly because the training is not adequate. When the training is done, if it is done, incompetence kicks in. Because they'll say, when it was a form that's filled by hand, it was easier.
Well, then you haven't trained.
No,
the whole point of training is to understand how to do something better.
So there's slow digitization.
Yes.
All right.
It's prevented from happening. The sooner that they digitize, the less likely they are to steal.
Well, the more...
We've had this discussion many times in various guises. The problem with digitizing things is it means you can't steal.
As long as password has to be entered, it will be like, who entered here?
No.
Who accessed this?
Yeah, yeah.
Who printed this report? Because everything is clocked.
The thing is, like, it's about efficiency, right? How can we make the process more efficient? This whole thing of having racks and racks of papers. When I was at the passport office, I don't know if I've said this before, I was at the passport office and I was waiting to be seen, and a lady was on the phone. Her phone rang.
Mm.
So the guy on the phone says, oh, this woman, the client, she filled in her application 2 years ago. Can you look for the application?
2 years ago?
Yes. So she'd started this process 2 years ago. And the lady said, we won't find the form. Just tell her to fill it out again.
But the form was filled in 2 years ago?
Yes.
It would take 2 years for it to be processed?
It had been 2 years. It had not been processed. Whatever the thing was that this lady was looking for or trying to do. I just heard her say,
Yeah.
You filled it in 2 years ago. We're not going to find it. Just fill it in again.
Jesus.
So what does that tell you? Now, digitally, what would you do? What's her name?
Surname?
Howard?
Yeah.
From which town?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay. No, we see it.
I've got it.
But paper, you have to go somewhere in those madras and searching and finding.
But, Malama, this is why I complain. That if it's just our own doing. Remember, I always say it's the 21st century.
That's what I'm saying.
We should not be going through this.
Why are you filling in a form I can fill in? Why?
Fingerprints.
Do you know how long it took me to get a passport in the UK? 10 days.
10 days.
Applied online, went through each point. I'm getting an email from them. Your application has been received. Your application is in line 1 of the process. The documents are being checked. Your application has been approved. Your passport is being printed. Your passport has been sent. Your passport should arrive tomorrow. Those were automated emails I was receiving.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that should not be, for those guys who like to critique what we say about comparing Zambia and others, we're in a global village now.
Yes.
Things are connected. 21st century computer systems available in Zambia are the same ones available in the UK. They have decided to apply them. If
your job is to fill in a form for someone else, just know in 5 years, you have no job. Start looking for a job now. Join the volunteers.
Well, just become a farmer.
Everyone should just be a farmer. Anyway, let's go back to our facts.
Yeah, so the issue of slow...
Why is your laces not done?
What's that got to do with our program?
I just noticed. Carry on. The younger driver told me off.
Yeah. All right. So now the other one was lack of effective oversight. Sanctions and accountability mechanisms are weak or inconsistently enforced.
Sanctions?
Yeah.
What are we referring to?
We're talking about causes of corruption in Zambia's land administration.
What sanctions would be applied?
When you say lack of effective oversight, when you keep let's say when you don't do your job very, very well and complaints come through your department, all right, and you're the one causing a certain lack of a process being completed, you are generally supposed to be disciplined, all right? So what they're talking about is oversight.
Management.
Oversight management is not effective or inconsistently enforced. Kaya kuzambe turanda no go on forced leave.
Oh.
Yeah, back off. No, he's on forced leave.
Okay.
Ngawera yeah, no, we'll come back. Ngamawera will come back. Mweka ne jacket ya. Pamashite ftumbo. Manu wa team office. Then you bugger off to go and do your stuff. Because then you tell your people, I'm back. But also, there's what they call legal loopholes. The law sometimes allows too much discretionary power, leading to abuse. And this point is why we have had so many lands commissioners in and out. They are too powerful. They'll sign off a certain thing, and it's done.
And again, this signing off thing is what I also don't understand. Why do things have to be signed off? If it was digitally processed, you complete everything, forms are automatically checked. Is this filled in? Is this correct? When everything is done, you press submit. Guess what happens? It takes you to the next phase.
Yeah, that bit is sorted.
Now, for my parents, I've had to do this national censoring something. They're basically plotting our plots in Luamfumo. So she said to me, call next week to check the state of the application. It should be done by then. I found the number that she told me to call. Some gentleman answers, no. She told you next week. No, it's not possible. It will be a month. It will be a month. I said, why? No, there's a lot happening. And in fact, we've even got a conference. We'll be away for about 3-4 days. So there won't be the staff, and the people who are going to sign off are going to be at the conferences.
Yep.
Then what is your freaking job?
Okay, so if the guy to sign off has gone, who does that
then who
instead?
is the replacement? Exactly.
Yeah.
No, and then we'll have a backlog of things. And he has the nerve to tell me that. The reason you have a backlog is you have one person signing.
Yeah.
But then I was like, Chanda, I was like, how many censoring things do you have to do in a month? Why are you acting like you've got such a big job?
No, the job is big because of efficiency, lack of efficiency.
Lack of efficiency.
Yes, that's like, that is why you have that lady who applied 2 years ago, and the thing is still lost.
They can't
now.
find it. Yes.
No, they can. They're just not bothered.
She couldn't be bothered to look for it. Exactly.
Yeah. I went to do this same thing like I'm telling you, and I was told by somebody, oh, give him 200 kwacha.
Exactly.
But guess what? I did not do the 200 kwacha.
Yeah.
It was very simple.
Yeah.
Went, filled in I didn't even fill in any form. I just went and gave them the fingerprints for the kid. And I said, Mubanga, you speak to her, tell her why you're here. Told her, got the thing, said, okay, Tuesday next week. But even for us to get to that person, we were sent somewhere else first.
Yeah.
I'm like, why should we go through this? So you're censoring after the conference. Next month.
Yeah.
So have you done this? And you'll be like, yeah, well, I'll let you know.
Madam, we can't find your form. Can you fill in another one?
So, next point. Why has this problem persisted for decades? Because you can't blame this on PF. You can't blame this on
any political party.
Yeah. It's the people who work.
It's lack of improvement. We don't know how to improve processes in this country, right? You should be able, like the whole thing at the teller, as part of how my mission statement to Zambia. Everywhere I go, our mission is. I'm just like, you never even keep your missions. But anyway, even the passport office says our mission is shan. I was just like, okay. Anyway, my point I was trying to make. You don't know how to improve processes. Because John Banda, who's filling in that form for me, he has to keep his job until he retires. So John Banda should be filling in my form for the rest of his life. Not Tati, we no longer need this. You know, in the UK, marketing jobs are going to be the first jobs that start to disappear because of AI. So if you're currently training as a student, a degree in marketing, don't even think about getting a job. Students who have trained computer coding, right? 5 years ago, kids were being told, learn to code. Now, AI codes for you. So if you qualify and you know how to code, we don't need you to know how to code. ChatGPT does the coding for you.
You just prompt it.
Yes, you just need to prompt it. It's called vibe coding now.
Huh?
vibe coding.
Okay.
So you just say, build me a website with 3 columns, use photos that look like Apple's website, use the tone of voice of Absa Bank. That's vibe coding. You just tell it what you want and then it does it.
I learned something. Vibe coding.
Yeah.
Very nice. So anyways,
Sorry, so
No,
the
carry
point
on.
I was trying to make was, if the things you're doing that you're qualifying for now, you're not even going to get a job in, why is John Banda, who is filling in my admin form at the police office, still in a job?
it's the same reason why the Ministry of Transport and Communications in this country uses an act of 1930 for transporting fuel from point A to point B.
Yeah.
Act 1930.
Were they using horse-drawn carts at the time?
Yeah, it's the same reason we use for the Penal Code and Public Order Act, whatever it's called.
Wow.
1955 or 1935?
Wow.
1955. It is 2025.
Exactly.
Why are we using an act which was made
Extremely outdated.
95 years ago?
No
Transport
longer
Act.
relevant to
No.
the modern world.
Transporting fuel on Effiashala. Act is 1930.
That's ridiculous.
Ridiculous. But it will please you to know that some research has been done, and every attempted cleanup is undermined by entrenched interests, lack of digital records, and complicated chains of approval that can be influenced outside formal rules.
You know, I say it's very simple. If you have more than 3 people having to sign off something in your process, then your process is inefficient. You should not even have 1 person signing off anything. It should go through the digital system. That's why we build things digitally.
Well, I think that's why when I saw for my visa, I go America, and can yara shupa, quite about fit in here on the internet. Gachaka na wambo kurira.
Exactly.
They're like, Mr. Mwiko, have you done this before? Can you help me? I'm like, yeah, well, I'll help you. But yeah, it's just coming back to the point of digitization. It's 2025, madam. And I keep saying this over and over again. There is no need to buy that VX. There really is no need to buy that VX. Invest in digitization, train people properly. Because the time when AI coding, whatnot, the things the Chinese kids are learning now, the Japanese kids are learning now, the British kids and American kids are learning now. Imo is a wow thing 10 years from now. Wow. So for people who send their children outside, you find the big disparity.
100%.
When they come home, they're ngefi. But I thought you're supposed to just do this. Even their bloody ATM machines are different.
Of course.
Imagine that. The third point is none other than political interference and the practice of hiring party loyalists instead of experienced professionals, which means now performance and integrity are often sidelined.
Yes.
Why would you want to do that?
Yeah. And the problem is it becomes entrenched here. You know, it's like, well, that becomes how the job is done.
Yeah.
And we lose sight of professionalism, career development. We don't have any of those things here.
Well, they're there on paper. Seriously.
I'm referring to those like the Ministry of Lands, that's them and
it's
how...
a practical ministry, this one.
Yes.
You have to be hands-on and
Yeah.
I've sent a file.
Yeah.
Once the approvals are done digitally, step by step, if you screw it up, it will send it back.
Yes.
Then the person comes to explain to you, oh, sir, why has this not happened? Then he tell you, no, there are some things that you did not do. But more often than not, right there to tell you, you did not fill in this, this parameter was not completed.
And you know, sort of back to the sign-off point, what it refers to is that you still love emails, you people in Zambia.
I love email.
I keep telling you.
I'm not putting WhatsApp on my computer. No way.
You are so outdated. But even the emailing process, right? And in fact, in your software, if you were the boss, if you were the top of Ministry of Lands, the person who has to sign off everything, your inbox will show you 30 applications that need your approval. It should not be a set of files like this sitting next to your desk.
Everything's done.
Right? And in fact, the 30 applications that are outstanding that you see, the president should be able to log into a system to say, how many items still need signing off. That's the accountability. Not him sitting by himself in his office with all the pile of documents, doing nothing. How do I save a PDF?
What's a PDF?
How do I open a PDF?
This point is gonna
In Excel, how do I make it add?
My friend, that is what happens when you appoint a party cadre. High up there, but nothing up here.
No, he's not the right professional for that job.
But he's the one who's screaming the most.
Yeah, but anyway.
You know where I'm coming from. The other point is the Anti-Corruption Commission in this country, I suppose in other countries as well, there's a way they follow, requires DPP approval for prosecution, introducing delays or outright blocks with no timeframes, stalling action against suspects and fueling public skepticism. You have heard before that, then no prosecute. After some time, this case is somewhere. They just come and say, we can't do nothing about it. This is what they're saying, that even when anti-corruption finds a case with somebody, the director of public prosecution has to approve. Yes, we can go to court with this. So as long as that's not done, that case will be stalled. It will be waiting. If it's done, then the process goes again now. Court process, Nefia Shala. If the investigations were not done properly, they send it back and say, we've got no case to answer. 2 years, no case, no prosecute. That's what's going on. So they say these are some of the persistent causes of problems year in, year out. Media reports are going to reveal these things. But guess what? It's just a media report. It's the same thing with the financial intelligence report. It will tell you there was $75 million from this particular business which was sent out of the country. It did not make sense. Can we look into it? We've showed you, exposed it. But guess what? They can't do anything about it. So as soon as it goes to the next stage, it's messed up. Are you timing it? What's wrong?
We're good. We're good.
My laptop's gonna die.
We're not good. Where's your charger?
Let me get my charger. Yeah.
Okay, break. Cut.
Break. So yeah, regarding the anti-corruption, that's one of the challenges, like I said, they're facing. Even when they do their jobs, as powerful as they seem to be, there is another office which has to, take up their job. And when there's inefficiencies in that office, if the DPP's office is dragging its feet, the person who's accused of doing something at the Ministry of Lands will not be prosecuted in time. The government will not recover the stolen resources. No. Or the systems will not be reversed and cleared properly for people to benefit from. It's a pity. But yeah, that has now fueled public speculation, and it erodes confidence in the system.
A system nobody's confident in anyway, but yes.
But I'd like us to explore more about why the Anti-Corruption Commission struggles. So, to be Commissioner General at Anti-Corruption Commission,
mosquito.
Why are you kidding?
Mosquito.
These are Radisson. These are my mosquitoes. These are rich mosquitoes.
Yahweh.
So what the reasons why the Anti-Corruption Commission struggles? We just want to be fair in our debate. One of the reasons are legal bottlenecks. So to be Commissioner General, boss at Anti-Corruption Commission, you need to be a lawyer. So that's your qualification. The prerequisite is that you need to be a lawyer. Whether you're a lawyer or former judge, you've done your legal system, your studies. So the very fact that the anti-corruption faces bottlenecks through it seeking consent from the DPP to prosecute cases has a challenge of the case being denied or delayed for undisclosed reasons. Because sometimes what is reported to us is that no, the DPP cannot handle this case, it's done. So you can imagine, you've done your investigations, much definitely, you do all those things. And then the next step, they tell you, this thing. It brings frustrations. You can't prosecute. So that is why Mozambique, you know, Chakwe, that land is his. No, so from here to there, no, this is all his. And you're thinking, dude, he cannot by a long shot afford all this. That, yes. But this is one of the reasons when the ACC wants to investigate, they can't go beyond that. The ACC cannot do certain things without the approval of the Director of Public Prosecutions. That is one thing. Then two, political pressure. Prosecution decisions can be influenced by political agendas rather than facts and evidence, making the ACC seem ineffective or complicit. That is why you've heard before that they're useless. And that is why it should not shock you that 1 minute they appoint, like a kick-ass team, like Power Rangers, to be in charge of the ACC. Good board, good DG. But because revelations are somewhat incriminating to certain people, their duties seem to be, their findings have to be swept under the carpet. And if they can't, they disband the whole thing. How do you expect them to function like this? In a developed system, the ACC, just the ACC alone, the Attorney General alone, are so powerful that even the presidency knows this is going to put me in trouble. Even if it's not directly Bakateka, you know what happens? Anyone in the line of Bakateka brings disrepute to the presidency. So it taints him. It doesn't work like that here. That's why Ben and Musa were disbanded.
Who's Musa?
Musa Mwenye. He was chairman of the anti-corruption.
Okay.
And they just flick of a finger, gone. Those are some of the problems. The other problem they've always had is simple resource constraints.
As a ministry?
No, as anti-corruption.
Oh, okay.
To prosecute all these things under the lands ministry. If there's a guy from Vietnam who says he's going to invest so much money. 50
billion, wasn't it?
Whatever it was.
For a quarter of Zambia.
The bloody amount itself should be a red flag.
I mean,
you don't know who this guy is. You don't know Kwafuma? You want to say something?
No, I was just going to say about the more recent one with, is it UAE?
Yes.
The MOU that was signed for 1.5 million houses in Zambia.
I think they've done something similar to Botswana.
Yes, they've done 3 countries.
Yeah. What's the other one?
I've forgotten what the other one was.
So it's Botswana, Zambia, most likely somewhere in West Africa.
Yeah. Anyway, and they've done Zambia, but for us it's 1.5 million homes. But this is in agreement with the government. Now, if we can't manage at the moment the level that we are, right? Let's just roughly say, just taking, I can't remember if those 1.5 million houses are just in Lusaka area. But if we can't manage the load that we have currently, how is the process going to manage an extra 1.5 million homes that need to be registered?
Yeah.
Land demarcated, people's titles once I buy something to be down as the owner of those things, to then be able to process 1.5 million new homes.
Yes, I have a video on that actually. There's some Nigerian woman who's done that. Have you seen the video?
Not that specific one.
Yeah, about the 1.5 million houses. And her concern was very funny. It's like if it's managed properly to work out.
But that's my point. If you can't manage
there's no
now,
corruption, yes.
How are you going to manage it then? If you're so slow in digitizing your system today, when these 1.5 million are ready, how are you going to manage the process?
It's a problem. So some of these things are not even related to, unfortunately, because it's a government process that has to be followed. The anti-corruption is the middle of it. Right? So yes, if they can't process certain things already existing, how are they going to process if you're unsafe? Following on to this, the next issue is that why not digitize and streamline?
Okay, we've touched on that because that's basically what we said. If you can't do 1.5 million, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but the main point is, like you said, true digitization would make manipulation far more difficult. But resistance comes partly from officials who benefit from non-transparent processes. Ngabakwe, do this. That's why guys say, no, I'll send my boy to come and sign for me. When it hits the fan, he says, I'm not the one who signed for it. But your boy signed and took off and came and gave you a stuff. Do you think there's too much regulation or too little in terms of land processing?
It's just too old a system. It doesn't matter whether it's too much or too little. The system is too old. It doesn't align with modern ways of selling houses.
Land, houses,
Land,
transfer.
houses.
Because what we're talking about is transfer of property.
We're not talking about
Sale of
we're
land.
not talking about in the 30s where maybe there was 5 buyers a year, right?
Buyers
We're
every day.
talking about 5 a week right now would even be maybe undermining it. Like
5 buyers, that's too little.
five items being processed a week, right?
No, that's just too little.
Too little.
Yeah.
So how many? Roughly, we're just guessing.
If things go and get
No,
lost,
currently,
thingy.
right?
Maybe I think maybe minimum of 50.
We're not even processing that. I think that's too much, right? Now, if you can't even process that, one of the things sometimes that we've had to do, not relating to the mines, to land, is we've used the ministries in Mansa instead of the ministries here.
For things to be done quickly.
For them to go through the system quicker, yes.
The next point was the impact on public and legal sector. Increased costs for law firms and clients due to repeat visits, unclear processes, and demands for informal payments. That we discussed already. Public trust in legal land ownership and government systems continues to erode. Here's the thing that pisses people off. How do foreigners buy land so easily in Zambia?
Because they pay more.
Exactly.
Their envelopes are thicker.
Non-Zambians sometimes have an easier time acquiring property, prime property, than locals due to the shortcuts mentioned, like conversion of customary land, state land, very easily into their names. The pockets are deeper. And, you know, the guy buys and he's got a 99-year lease on it. 99-year lease, renewable leases, which are facilitated by connected intermediaries. Can a Zambian buy land abroad just as easily?
Hell no.
Yeah. China. Here are the countries. China, UK, South Africa, Rwanda, Namibia, and USA. China, no. Very restrictive.
You're not going to go through all of those, are you?
I am.
Chanda, we don't have time.
Yeah, but when we talk like this, we spend time.
If it cuts, then we're done.
No. Very restrictive to foreigners, including Zambians. UK, yes, but due diligence and guess what you talked about? Anti-money laundering systems are checked. Where is this money coming from? South Africa, yes, process is transparent for foreigners and locals alike. Rwanda, similar
The
routes.
types of people that are buying those properties are very different to your average person.
And for what purposes?
Just that they also know how to go through the buying land, for example, is very difficult in the UK because there isn't a lot of land. But buying a home, you will still have had to meet certain requirements, like you've been here for a certain amount of time, you've got contracts or whatever, job contracts or whatever. But it still has to be, money laundering is a big thing that everyone has to be checked for.
Where is this money coming from?
Yeah.
Is it legit?
Yeah.
But
Where did it originate from?
Yeah. So anyways, we don't have enough space to get into this. But my dear Malama here wants us to terminate because we don't have time.
We're down to one camera.
We're down to one camera. And also, just as we try to wrap up, the biggest problems are, if you're going to look at the inherent problem in buying land legitimately, or in order to make the land ministry fair, square, and able to service the people honestly, you need complete digitization, you need professionalization, you need transparency and accountability, proper oversight, legal reform, public engagement. You cannot buy land in China the way Chinese buy land here.
Hell no.
Period. Then also streamline systems. You said it. Here, approved. Phone call, email. If you can't phone because they don't answer their phones and they don't call out.
You don't need to. Computer systems are built so that
So
everything can be managed in one computer system. You don't even need to send an email. The system can send a PDF for you.
But unfortunately, because of our issues here, we need to wrap up. We would have done justice to this. So next time we talk about land, we're going to bring a professional. Hi, a lawyer from ZED101. Peace.